Shalom, covenant keepers and children of Israel. James here. I just want to take a few moments to speak straight from the heart, especially for those of you considering joining us this fall for our T.O.C.S event, which, if you don't know, stands for Torah, Observant, Covenant Keeper, Sukkot. T.O.C.S is not just a camp out, it's a calling. It's a holy convocation, a gathering of believers from all across the nation who desire more than just a break from work or a gateway into nature. We gather here to honor the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, to keep his Moedim, to live out the Feast of Tabernacles, not just in theory, but in covenant, in community, and character. This is where we don't just read Torah, we walk in it, we teach it to our children, we encourage one another, and we rejoice as set-apart people, remembering the wilderness experience, but looking forward to the ultimate kingdom. We know the cost. Most of you don't get 4 weeks of vacation each year, but you choose to spend what precious little time you do honoring Yahweh. And that means something. That sacrifice doesn't go unnoticed by us or by him. And because of that, we are intentional with every day of the feast. Yes, we rejoice. Yes, we camp. Yes, we enjoy each other's company, but we also teach, we equip, and we disciple, and we hold the line on holiness. We even schedule 1 full day for your family to step away and explore the Branson area. Whether you want to be inspired at a show at the Sight and Sound Theater, spend a day at Silver Dollar City with your family, or take your wife on a date night to Branson Landing, we want your feast to be both spiritually rich and personally memorable. Now let me be honest about why we are doing this video. We've learned over the years that most people don't actually read the waivers or the policies or the camp rules when they sign in at registration. That's just the truth. So rather than putting everything in fine print, we wanted to speak directly to you, face to face, heart to heart. This video isn't just about logistics, it's about setting expectations, laying a foundation, and welcoming you into something sacred. Because Awaken to Torah Ministries is ultimately responsible for what happens at this camp. Spiritually and practically, we take that responsibility seriously. We do need help though. We do need ministers to come alongside us, to teach, to serve, to minister, to build up. But let me be clear, we are not looking for people more interested in being right than being righteous. If your passion for Torah leads you to crush others who see differently, you're not ready to minister here. We have no room for Torah terrorists, sacred name inquisitors, or calendar crusaders. We're not interested in theological cage matches. We know there are differences in the body. Some things we'll just need to agree to disagree on, but let's do it agreeably. And that's okay. But we will not tolerate divisiveness, disrespect, or arrogance disguised as zeal. This is a camp for those who want to build up the body, not tear it down in the name of doctrine. So come, not just to camp, but to dwell. Come not to argue, but to rejoice. Come not to push your name or your opinion, but to lift up his name and honor his covenant. Some of the rules and standards that you'll need to know when attending a T.O.C.S event. T.O.C.S is a set-apart gathering. It's not just a party in the woods, it's a holy convocation. And as such, we have clear rules rooted in the Torah, common sense, and respect for others. These aren't burdens, they're boundaries, and create peace, safety, and sanctity for all in the camp. We have a modest-centered dress code. We uphold modesty-centered dress code for both men and women. This is not about being controlling. It's about honoring the holiness of the camp and respecting one another. Men are to keep their shirts on at all times, including during swimming. Women must keep their midsections covered, no bare bellies, no midriffs, and no two-piece bikinis or bathing suits. Shorts for both men and women are not to be too short, too loose, or too tight. They must reflect modesty, not modern fashion. This applies in and out of the water and at all times with no exceptions. Righteous behavior between young men and young women is a must. We also expect righteous conduct, especially between young adults and teens. This is not a dating camp. It's a time of spiritual focus. We encourage courtship, but only in respectful and appropriate manners. If you are interested in someone at the camp, that's great. We encourage that, but you must always be accompanied by a parent or a designated adult, or be in a group with adults in the immediate vicinity. No sneaking off, no boy-girl pairing up without oversight. There's a right way and a wrong way to pursue a relationship. We're here to help you walk in the right way. A zero tolerance policy is also part of Awaken to Torah's rules. Let me be very clear. This zero tolerance policy on certain matters is non-negotiable. If you are a registered sex offender, we're sorry, but you may not attend this T.O.C.K.S event. This is a camp full of children, and we will not take the responsibility of evaluating the nature of anyone's convictions. We recognize not all convictions are equal, though. But if your record prohibits you from being around children, then you are not permitted to attend this Sukkot, period. If you approach a child, a husband, or a wife in a sexual manner, you will be immediately asked to leave. Drugs are not welcome at this camp. Camp Eagle Rock has a zero tolerance policy, including marijuana in all forms. If you do use CBD oils or gummies for medical reasons, keep it private and discreet. If you smoke marijuana, however, you'll need to leave the camp. You have to get completely off of the property to do so. And if you are caught smoking on the property, you will be escorted off the property immediately with no refund and no hope of return. Alcohol is officially prohibited by the camp, but we, because of the nature of our belief, have been granted a special consideration. Discreet use is allowed as long as no one is getting visibly drunk. If this privilege is abused, we are told that it can be revoked. Security and boundaries. We take security very seriously. The world is changing fast, and we are committed to the safety of every family that attends. We will have trained personnel on site around the clock. You will see them, and that's by design. There are designated areas for everything and clear camp boundaries. Please do not wander outside of those boundaries. You may be approached and asked to return, and repeated offenses may result in the dismissal from the camp. Many rules work on the 3 strikes policy, where grace and correction come before action. But zero tolerance issues will result in immediate removal with no second chances and, again, no refunds. This is our family camp. We are Torah observant covenant keepers. That means we protect our children, honor our spouses, and walk in order, not confusion. Torah, character, and skill building events. One of the unique and powerful aspects of T.O.C.S is our Torah-centered skill-based events. And I want to be clear, these are not just recreational activities. Each event is carefully constructed in 3 parts. The first part is a Torah teaching, drawing from scripture to lay spiritual foundations for the lesson that you're going to be learning that day. A character building devotion, emphasizing traits like discipline, humility, perseverance, responsibility, or self-control. The practical application, the event itself, where what has been taught is now lived out in action. This structure is intentional. We don't just want our young men and women to do something. We want them to understand why they are doing it and what kind of person it helps them become. We host events such as trout fishing, archery, and marksmanship, and everyone is welcome to participate at no cost. These aren't just hobbies. They're tools for developing confidence, situational awareness, patience, and practical Torah wisdom in real life. At the end of each event, we offer optional competition for those who want to test their skills against each other in a structured, respectful environment. There is a small entry fee for those competitions, which helps cover the cost of the prizes. things like game cameras, rangefinders, and other practical high quality camping or hunting gear. Any remaining funds go straight into the ministry fund, helping us finance next year's gifts for the T.O.C.K. gathering. These events are not about producing professional athletes. They're about raising up righteous men and women, grounded in Torah, shaped by character, and equipped with real-world skills. In a world where many children are being trained by screens and culture, we are training our children in covenant, character, and capability, so they can stand firm in the days ahead. We also have a call to serve. We need ministers, worshipers, builders of the camp. To those of you who feel a call to minister, if Yahweh has placed a fire in your bones to teach, to lead, or to organize, to worship, or to serve, or to shepherd, we want to hear from you. T.O.C.K.S is not about personalities, it's about purpose. This is not a platform to promote yourself. It is a place to lay down your gift at the feet of the King and serve his people with humility and excellence. We're seeking both seasoned ministers and those who have long felt the call on their lives but have never been given the opportunity to walk in it. Maybe you've been overlooked. Maybe you've been underutilized. But if your heart is pure and your desire is to build the kingdom, this is your time. We take praise and worship seriously. This is not a concert venue. This is a holy gathering. If we wanted a show, we'd buy tickets and see professionals. What we need are true worshipers who lead from a place of brokenness, devotion, and truth. If you are a musician, a vocalist, an artist with a calling, we need to hear from you. Not to perform, but to guide the camp into the presence of Yahweh. If your gift is in administration, coordination, or logistics, we are in desperate need of you as well. Order is not optional. In our opinion, it is a reflection of heaven. If you are called into youth ministry, we want to provide the platform for you to invest in this next generation, in teaching, mentoring, watching over them during the feast. If you believe you are called to preach, teach, or exhort, reach out to us. Let us talk. Let's see where you fit in the body and how we can equip you, support you, and release you into that calling. Registration is now open. Let me back up on that. Registration will be open on June 20th as I plan to release this video before then. It will also be on the website. So registration now, if you're watching this on the website, June 20th is open, and it will remain open until September the 20th. Okay, so more details about everything we're talking about can be found at the Feast of Yahweh. Sorry, Feast of Yahweh, Yod He Vav He YHVH. So Feast of YHVH.com. That's the new site. We've separated it from the Awaken to Torah site. You can go to the Awaken to Torah site and see what we did last year and some of the rules and all that kind of stuff and kind of explore around. There's actually a registration thing there. Don't register on Awaken to Torah this time though. Okay. The new site will be up on the 20th and you can register there. If you do register there, it still works and we'll still get the paperwork, but we're trying to get it all centralized in one section, and it would just be easier if you waited and registered on June 20th. We've had a few people already register on the old site, and that's fine. But we would prefer everybody from this point forward to wait till June 20th and register at that point. We also need to tell everybody that there is a limited amount of cabins. There's a limited amount of RV sites. We have all of the rough camping in the world, though. There's 1,500 acres out there, so I don't think we're ever going to be short on rough camping. But understand that the cabins and the RV camping are limited. If all of the RV sites are taken and there's not one available when you register, you can still bring your RV. You'll just have to dry camp. You'll have to pull your camper every once in a while and dump it and fill up with water. So we're not opposed to you doing that. And if you do have to dry camp, you'll pay the same price as somebody who is rough camping, $25 a night. That's kind of what we've decided there. T.O.C.K.S is not a retreat. It is an advance. We are here to advance the kingdom of heaven, one feast at a time. So come be a part of something set apart. Come take your place in the camp of the righteous. Come dwell in the tents of his covenant. Be part of that covenant. Be part of that covenant people, Israel, and come and rejoice with us. Come and celebrate the feast of Sukkot with us. Here at Awaken to Torah, we look forward to seeing you. And until then, shalom, shalom, covenant keepers. We'll see you next time at Awaken to Torah. Now let me see if I can find the outroll.